Using subheadings in Chapter 2 of a thesis, breaking content into manageable sections. Chapter 2, commonly known as the literature review, is a fundamental part of a thesis. It presents an in-depth discussion of existing research, identifies gaps in knowledge, and positions the current study within the broader academic context. Given the extensive amount of information covered in this chapter, organizing content clearly and logically is essential. One of the most effective ways to achieve this is by using subheadings. Subheadings serve as signposts that guide readers through the literature review, allowing them to navigate complex information efficiently. This section explains the importance of subheadings, how to create effective ones, and strategies for using them to enhance clarity and coherence in Chapter 2.1. Importance of using subheadings. A. Enhances readability. Subheadings break down large chunks of text into smaller, manageable sections. This makes the chapter less intimidating and easier for readers to digest. Readers can follow the narrative more comfortably when the content is divided into logical segments. B. Improves logical flow. A well-structured literature review should tell a story, leading readers from general concepts to specific issues related to the research topic. Subheadings help maintain a logical flow by clearly signaling shifts in focus, such as moving from theoretical frameworks to empirical studies. Thesis facilitates quick navigation. Readers, especially thesis evaluators, often look for specific sections. Subheadings act as navigational aids, allowing them to locate relevant content without reading the entire chapter. D. Clarifies main themes and arguments. Subheadings highlight the core themes, theories, or variables discussed in the literature review. They emphasize the relationships between different areas of research, making the researcher's argument clearer. Types of subheadings to use in Chapter 2. The choice of subheadings depends on how the literature review is structured. Common structures include A. Thematic subheadings. When organizing the literature review by themes, subheadings represent key topics or variables related to the study. For example, in a thesis on online learning, student engagement in digital classrooms. Teacher-student. Interaction in virtual environments, technological challenges in online education. B. Chronological subheadings. If the literature review traces the historical development of a topic, subheadings may represent different time periods or significant milestones. For example, early research on e-learning, 2000 hours 2010. Advancements in online education, 2011-2020. Current trends and future directions, 2021, present. Thesis. Methodological subheadings. For studies focusing on research methods, subheadings can differentiate between quantitative, qualitative, or mixed method approaches. For example, quantitative approaches to measuring online. Engagement, qualitative insights into virtual classroom. Dynamics mixed method studies on digital learning outcomes. Theoretical framework, subheadings. When discussing theories that underpin, the research subheadings can identify and compare different frameworks. For example, constructivist theory in online education, behaviorist approaches to digital learning, sociocultural perspectives on e-learning. 3. Characteristics of effective subheadings. Clarity and conciseness. Subheadings should be clear and straight to the point. They must accurately reflect the content of the section without being overly long. Example: clear, technological barriers to online learning. Unclear, a detailed examination of the different kinds of technological problems faced by students in online learning environments. B. Consistency and style. Maintain a consistent format for subheadings throughout Chapter 2. For instance, if one subheading uses sentence case, the impact of technology on learning, all subheadings should follow the same style. C. Informative yet concise subheadings should provide enough information to let readers know what the section is about without being verbose. They should avoid vague terms like other studies or miscellaneous research. Best practices for structuring subheadings. Use hierarchical levels of subheadings. In longer literature reviews, using multiple levels of subheadings helps organize content more precisely. Level 1. Main theme. Broad topics, e.g., theoretical perspectives on online learning. Level 2. Sub-theme. Specific aspects within the main theme, e.g., cognitive load theory in digital classrooms. Level 3. Detailed focus. Narrow points within the sub-theme, e.g., implications of cognitive load on video-based instruction. B. Maintain logical progression. Subheadings should be arranged logically. For example, in a thematic structure, general concepts should precede more specific ones. Similarly, in a chronological structure, older studies should come before newer ones. D or C. Reflect research objectives. Ensure that each subheading contributes to addressing the research questions or objectives of the study. Irrelevant sections should be eliminated to maintain focus. Subheadings and critical analysis. Subheadings should not only divide the literature, but also reflect critical analysis. Each section should do more than summarize previous studies. It should compare and contrast different studies, identify gaps in existing research, discuss implications for the current study. Example of analytical subheadings: conflicting perspectives on digital learning efficiency gaps in research on remote student motivation, emerging trends in virtual pedagogy. These subheadings signal that the sections will offer critical insights, not just summaries. 6. Examples of well-structured subheadings. For a thesis on the topic, the impact of online learning on student engagement, a well-structured Chapter 2 might use the following subheadings. Introduction to Online Learning, Historical Context of Online Education Growth of Digital Learning Platforms. Theoretical Frameworks on Student Engagement, Self-Determination Theory, and Online Motivation. Constructivist Approaches to E-Learning Factors. Influencing Student Engagement in Virtual Classrooms Role of Interactive Content, Teacher-Student Communication in Digital Spaces, Technological Accessibility, and its Impact, Challenges and Opportunities in Online Engagement, addressing Digital Disparities, Future Prospects for Enhancing Engagement, Summary and Research Gaps. Key insights from reviewed literature, identified research gaps. Leading to the current study, this structure ensures that the reader progresses from a broad understanding of the topic to specific issues directly related to the research. 7. Linking subheadings to research questions. Subheadings should align with and respond to the research questions of the thesis. For example, if a research question asks, "How does teacher-student interaction affect engagement in online learning?" there should be a corresponding subheading like Teacher-Student Communication in Digital Spaces. This alignment ensures that the literature review remains focused and purposeful, guiding readers toward the eventual findings of the study. 8. Benefits of using subheadings. Effectively clarity. Readers understand the structure and flow of the literature review. Focus. Keeps the discussion relevant to the research topic and questions. Accessibility. Facilitates easy reference for readers who may want to revisit specific sections. Professionalism. Demonstrates an organized and systematic approach to research writing. Common pitfalls to avoid. Overusing subheadings. While subheadings are helpful, too many can fragment the content. Strike a balance. Enough to guide readers, but not so many that the narrative becomes disjointed. B. Using vague subheadings. Avoid ambiguous titles like Other Related Studies or General Background. Be specific to maintain reader interest. And C. Failing to follow through. Ensure that each section delivers what the subheading promises. For example, a subheading titled Technological Challenges in Online Learning should not veer off into discussions about student motivation unless clearly linked. 10. Conclusion subheadings are essential tools for structuring Chapter 2 of a thesis. They break down complex information into manageable, logically connected sections, making the literature review easier to read and understand. Effective subheadings. Enhance readability by organizing content into clear segments. Guide readers through the researcher's argument and analysis. Reflect critical thinking by highlighting key themes and relationships. Maintain focus by aligning with the research objectives. By thoughtfully incorporating subheadings, researchers ensure that the literature review is not only informative, but also engaging, coherent, and aligned with the overall thesis narrative. If you like this kind of content, Click subscribe to be updated on the next tips on how to write Chapter 2. Thank you.